Hi guys, welcome to class 9. I hope you're all keeping well and as I always say, keeping sane. It's obviously a lot more prolonged than any of us thought it would be. However, we just got to keep going, and obviously we're starting to see those little bits of changes, just giving us a little bit more leeway. Hopefully some of us can go on some socially distanced walks with another member of a different household. But yet, let's crack on with another class. Let's keep us nice and mobile, keep our mind nice and sane. So, starting legs hip distance apart as always. Top to toe check, head and neck, gently moving throughout the two extreme ranges. Coming to rest that head and neck in what deems to be that nice midpoint position. With our shoulders, rolling them back on our breath out. Evening them through, get some nice range of movement into those extremes. Exhaling as we roll back, drawing them down, feeling that connection with the rib cage, with the scapula, with those shoulders. Couple more rolls, we're going to leave them down there, creating nice space in the front of the chest. Leaving them down there. Let's empty that bucket of water with the pelvis, gently rocking back and forth. Nice little tuck of tailbone in between the legs, softening it back. Knees are nice and spongy and soft, try not to lock out. Gently moving throughout the two. We're exhaling as we tighten the tummy and tuck tailbone under. You're going to inhale as you relax off. Try to work on that mobility. Couple more before we centre that pelvis and setting it in the centre. Knees spongy and soft and toes facing forwards, legs hip distance apart. So head and neck stretches now. Let's take one ear down to one shoulder, so same side shoulder. We're going to add on that little bit of overpressure so we feel the lengthening down the side of the neck. I'm going to reach down with our fingertips to further lengthen that stretch. Breathing in to hold and breathing out to gently change sides. Bringing that head down, lengthening those fingertips. Again, nice breath in here. Breathing out, gently changing. Nice breath in to hold. Nice little exhale over to that opposite side. Take a little bit longer if you feel that you've got more restriction on one side than the other. Hold that stretch a little bit longer. You can play around with the times. We can play around with those videos, pausing, adding on further stretches, adding on further repetitions if you want to. Couple more to each side for me. Just trying to encourage a little bit more range. Breathing into that stretch. Breathing out as we change. Last one to each side. Lovely. Nice. Coming back to centre for me. Upper back, neck and shoulder stretch now. So we're going to interlink those fingers, bring chin into chest. Push those arms out nice and straight and round the top of that back. So everything else stays in neutral, but we're going to round the top of that back so we feel that kind of opening up at the back of the shoulders, around those shoulder blades. We're going to breathe in to hold, then we're going to breathe out as we stack up that spine, pushing up towards the sky but keeping the rib cage down, untucking ourselves and opening up. It's all going to be done on the exhale. Here, and then breathe in, hold that stretch, and then breathe out, restack. So we're connecting with tummy, we're restacking the spinal segments nice and slowly, keeping the rib cage nice and pinned down, opening back up. Exhale. Breathe in to hold. Again, this is one where we want to try and increase that range a little bit more each time. If you're feeling a bit restricted around those shoulders, opening up. Can feel slowly with each movement that I'm just getting a little bit more range in my upper body, which is nice already. Clearly need it. Gently restacking. Lovely. Couple more. Ribcage pinned down, tight thumbs. Last one. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to widen the stance now for plie. So you're going to take it as wide as you're comfortable with toes into the corners of your mat. Again, soft knees, legs want to be in line, tailbones tucked under. We're going to pop the arms out like we did for our upper back, neck and shoulder stretch. And when we come down into plie, so I just want you to sit straight down into your mat, so as if you're coming down to sit on an imaginary chair. We're going to push out into that same position, and then when we come back in, I want you to scoop your shoulder blades back and down into those back pockets. So we're sitting down on the chair, weight is in the heels, make sure knees don't overshoot those toes. You're going to push and stretch at the back of the shoulders, and then when you come back in, sit the shoulders back and down, tighten the tummy. Repeating, exhale, inhale into your stretch, exhale back, sit them down. Inhale here, exhale down, push forward, breathe into that stretch, breathe out, back and down. Good, keep repeating. Forward, and back and down, and forward, and back and down. Good, keeping it going. Start to feel a little bit of a warmthness around those shoulders, bit of an ache of those arms staying up there. Want to connect with those glutes, warm up through those lower legs. Last one for me. Lovely. Okie dokes. You bring those legs back in. Keep them just slightly wider than hip distance apart. Taking a piece of imaginary chalk in the hands. Exhale as we start to draw half moon. We're keeping the knees spongy and soft, and you're melting your weight down into those legs nice and evenly. So, full version, really feeling the stretch as we come down. We're drawing that half moon, we're keeping the stretch on. We're coming here, we're re-sacking back up through the spine. Chalk is coming into the other side. So again, melt the weight down evenly. Pop the stretch on. Nice big stretch throughout the side. Keep that stretch on all the way to the bottom. Restack. Okay. Now if those ranges are too extreme for you, just make them a bit smaller. It might be that you want to come here and roll up there. So just be mindful of your spine, of your conditions, what we can and can't do. Play around with the exercise to suit you. Gently down. Lovely one for the back of the hamstrings if you're going all the way down. Amazing one for the lats and all that tension that gets up right into the armpit if you're going into that full side bend. Nice control when we're restacking back up throughout that spine. Softness in those knees. Lovely. It's a nice one. That's lovely. You can get a little bit more range each time. Again, I can feel those muscles just kind of lengthening out with each stretch, which is really nice. Keep those toes facing forwards. Keep that nice control stacking up throughout that spine. Over. Nice big stretch. With this one, you want to control the movement, but you want to also feel like it's quite free flowing, so you're kind of toppling down and around and restacking back up in a nice flow. So we'll go for a couple more to each side. our last one to each side. Over. Really nice. And restack. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of single leg balance. You can hold on to something at the side of you if you need to. We did this one a few weeks ago. So we're coming back to standing neutral. Checking through that top to toe check. We're going to balance on one leg. On the exhale, we're going to send the arms forward and the leg forward. We're going to inhale to return. On the exhale, we're going to send the leg out to the side. Keeping nice triangular pelvis, engaging that glute, legs out. And then we're going to send that bum, cheek and leg back, maintaining in neutral, nice squeeze here, and arms just come to the side. So it's an exhale forward, exhale to the side, and exhale back. Exhale forward, exhale to the side, keeping that balance, exhale back. That's 3. We're going to go for 10, I think. And 4, 5. Breathing out, engaging that core. 6. Oh, she lost it. Wobble, wobble. And 7. Focusing, connecting with that core. And 8. 9. Squeeze that bum cheek. 10. Lovely. Okay. Oh. Warming up those legs. We're going to change sides. You may have a more wobbly side. That's quite normal. Okie dokes. So again, engaging the core. Starting off on those tip-top toes if it's easier. You can have a little break in between, or if you're struggling maintaining that balance, when you've gone out to the front, tap the toe. And then go out to the side, tap the toe. Okay? So on that exhale, I'm going to send it forward. And exhale to the side. And back. 1. And out for 2. And 3. Ooh. Challenging. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Lovely. Breaking it off. Shaking out through those legs. Resetting back through that centre. This time, just going to do, so let's see what I pop down. Some little pulses now. So, I'm going to take the leg forward and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back, take it out to the side. Get your balance, pulse. 1, 2, little exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back, engage that glute, squeeze, keeping neutral, little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Changing sides. Taking it forward, little pulses. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying in neutral. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Okay. There we go. One more set of that. I think feel the glutes working. Feel the stabilising going on throughout the core. Top of the legs. So let's go back again. Taking it forward. Engage that core. Ooh, I didn't know all the bit wobbly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Then change that side over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Okay, back to neutral. Shake off those legs. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Feel that work. If any of you do have any small equipment at home, the TheraBand will be perfect for giving that another set, putting the band around the top of those knees, feeling that resistance of the band as you take it out. You're going to whip those muscles even more. Unfortunately, all my equipment's at the studio, so I don't have anything like that, but if you guys do, go for it. Okay, so now we're going to go for a little bit of a standing spine twist. So we're in neutral. I'm going to fold those arms, sit those shoulders back into back pockets, headlights on the pelvis. So pelvis is facing forward at all times. So when we rotate, we don't want those headlights to shine away from the front. We're keeping them fixed so we target the mid-center of the spine. So we're going to take a nice breath in here and breathe out as we rotate from the mid-back. And again, we can cheat, as I've noticed in class, that arms start to move. So I want to keep arms nice and pinned in. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to gently rotate to the opposite side. Oh, I'm feeling so restricted. Breath in here. Breathe out. It's always been quite a restrictive movement for me. I think my pelvis wants to move nice and fixed. Breathing in. Breathing out. I can tell my body's missing doing all the classes at the studio. Mobility just starts to suffer. Exhale. You feel like getting a little bit stronger because I'm doing some kind of home exercise of different variations, but then not keeping up with the Pilates quite as much means I'm just starting to get kind of restricted. Lots of gardening, lots of DIY, building different things, using different muscles, and just getting different restrictions. So keep them shoulders down, because I can feel I'm starting to hunch a little bit into those shoulders as it's getting into my upper traps a bit. I'm going to keep them shoulders down, feel those little lead weights on the shoulder blades, nice and tucked in. Breathing out. It's getting better. Breathe in. Breathe out, rotate. Inhale to hold. Exhale, rotate it back. Inhale to hold. Exhale back. Try not to grip into the mat. You want to feel evenly distributed throughout your weight, but you don't want to feel like you're really kind of clinging onto that mat. You want to still feel quite soft and spongy in those knees. Oh, tough. We'll go for the last one to each side. Lovely. Okay. Relaxing those ankles. So we're going to go to a bit of hip flexor / hamstring stretch. I think I may have put this one in last week. Is when we kind of start off in a lungy style position to stretch off throughout hip flexors. Walking that leg forward so you can get a real good bit of range as, again, those hips facing forward. Into that stretch, you feel it on the back leg. Nice breath in. I want you to breathe out then as you extend through this front leg, so we get a hamstring stretch. And then exhale, again, body weight forward. Feel the stretch in the hip flexors. Then exhale again, nice and gently into the hamstrings. Trying to pin that foot down. Exhale. Tight. And again, sending body weight forward, hips facing forwards. Nice lunge on it. Taking care with your stretches at both sides. Nice and easily into the flow of it. Oh, a bit wobbly there. Okay, lovely. Changing sides. Hold on to anything that you need to. And if you've got a big block at home as well, you can use this for a bit of stabilising as well. Don't feel like you have to kind of wobble through. You can use things to help you get that kind of correct posture and setting is the most important thing. So, walking forward, come into that stretch. Nice breath in. And breathe out. So tight. Nice breath in. And breathe out. Nice breath in. And breathe out. Breathing in. And breathe out. Breath in. And breathe out. 2 more for me. I feel it loosening, but it just still needs someone that's really tight. Last one. Lovely. Okie dokes. Relaxing off. Take a little drink in if you need it. Important to keep hydrated. Okay, so we're going to start up for side bend. Okie dokes. I'm just going to mention today, guys, that I've picked up somehow a little bit of a wrist niggle in here. So if you see me kind of shaking it off or looking like I'm in a little bit of pain, I'm going to avoid doing too much on all fours. Okie dokes. So we're going to come into side bend. Our kind of side plank looking position. Wrist being in line with those knees. We don't want kind of knees hunched up here. Give yourself a little bit of space. Set the arm back. Make sure we're not toppling forward with the chest. As always, you're keeping nice and lifted. You want to connect with the back of that shoulder so it's not pulling up, it's back. Okay. From here, nice and scooching through the tummy. We can just exhale as we take the top arm over into that nice bend. You'll still get a good stretch there. Or at the same time, we can lift those hips, come over. We've got to have a wall there. Okay. Exhale over. So you're nice and strong in your core. So either leave the hips down or add them in. Keep the shoulder back. 2 more. And relax. Lovely. Okay. Set up, clamshell. Adjust your top arm accordingly. Popping in that headrest, head and neck's in neutral, top to toe check, head and neck, okay? Make sure we've got a nice neutral spine setting. With clam, we want to check that those heels are in line with your bottom before you pop them down. We want our little mouse hole gap here, so if you feel like you're collapsing down into the mat, we want to lengthen that top waist away from us and we create this nice little gap here. Just level 1 or level 2 today, so we're going to exhale, feet stuck together and on the floor. Keeping nice and pinned down, so don't want to see any kind of rotation of the rest of the body. We're just working it into the glutes. Or hover those legs for level 2, breathing out, working here. And again, another great exercise for putting that TheraBand and wrapping it around those legs if you've got it, just to strengthen and further work into that clamshell. Breathing out, keep nice and lifted in your little mouse hole. Squeeze that glute and relax. Nice and tight in your tummy. 2 more. And on this last one, hold at the end of range. I'm going to be really mean. I'm going to do a minute's worth of little pulses. So little breaths out's quite hard. Ooh, evil. Keep working it. Ooh, feel that bum cheek working. Engage those tummy muscles. Make sure there's no wobble at those hips. Keep pulsing outwards. I'm getting a wobble. Feel that bum burn. I'm not going to be able to do anything else after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Relax off. Give that one a good old pat. That was intense. Gonna love the next exercise then. We're gonna come into side kick. Gonna lengthen through that leg now. Give ourselves a little bit more room again. Lengthen through that leg. Either top leg bent or straight, depending on the level you want to choose. Okay? We're going to breathe out. We're going to take it forward. But we're not going to come straight back. We're going to hold it there. And we're going to pulse out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Take it a little further back and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, you've got little out breaths as you do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, taking it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward again. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last set back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Relax that leg off. Give that bum another rub if you need it. Okie doke. So let's balance ourselves out. So we've got our side bend to start. Spin ourselves around. Setting up for side bend. Knees on top of one another. Wrists in line with knees. Shoulder set back. I'm going to breathe out and over. Or you don't have to lift those hips. Remember, you can just bring that arm in by itself. 2. Nice and strong through the core. Stretching, reaching and lengthening. 3. Lovely. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. into clam. Nice stack, heels in line with bottom. Lengthen that little mouse hole gap. Level 1 or level 2. Level 1, feet on the floor and stuck together. Level 2, feet off the floor and stuck together. We're going to breathe out 1. And breathing out for 2. Nice and steady at those hips. Squeeze those glutes out for 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Hold it there for me. A minute's worth, a little exhale, sending it back. 3. So as you're doing these little pulses, you want to be contracting and relaxing off your tummy and your pelvic floor muscles. Sharp little exhales. Really trying to control the wobble through that core. Sometimes it just happens. But other times we can smooth it out, we can focus, we can control. We're working into that end of range through those glutes. Feels like that leg's going to drop off. Really, really evil. I feel like mine's starting to seize up now. It's like, nope, not today. Keep it pulsing if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. A minute is just enough on that side, I think. Okay, into side kick now. Give myself a little bit more room. Lovely. So remember, we're coming forward. I'm going to pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take it back. Don't lose the neutral, but squeeze the bum cheek. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Give that bum a good old pat. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come to lie on our backs, headrest down, just for the sake of teaching and space and cameras. I'm just going to bring myself back around this side. Okay, I'm going to go for some hip circles. Just loosening off through these hips is really important when we're maybe not as mobile as we're used to being. So we're going to think of top to toe check. Now remember, at this point, if you're antenatal, we don't want you lying flat on your back. If you're past that first trimester, so if you're into second and third, so put in that wedge, run about 45 degrees, stack yourself up with pillows, your Pilates ball, anything that brings you into that kind of raised position. Okay, so we've got 3 different levels. We're going to imagine for level 1 that we've got pencil on the kneecap. We're trying to maintain that stability around the hips. For level 2, we've got a pencil on the big toe. And for level 3, we are keeping this leg exactly the same here, but we're going to lengthen the other leg out. So you want to maintain neutral, make sure your back doesn't start to arch or you start to lose that hamstring flexibility. If you feel you've got an alteration in your pelvis or your hamstrings, you're probably best coming back to that level. Okay, so picking a level that you're happy with. We're going to go for circles about the size of a netball. I'm going to start them outwards for 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change again. Back to clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are going to go for that third lot. Back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Relax that leg off. Hopefully you're starting to feel that throughout the front of that thigh. Move a little bit throughout that core because we're stabilising. We're trying to keep that pelvis nice and still. So, choosing that same level, opposite side, taking it outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Okay, relax that leg off. Shake out through those legs. Bringing ourselves back to neutral now. We're going to go for a little bit of an abdo prep with a 1 leg stretch. Okay, so again, we're avoiding any abdominal crunches if we are past that first trimester. So I want you to avoid that bit and you can just do your single leg stretches here, okay? For those of you that are quite happy, on the exhale, we're going to come up into an abdo prep and then breathe out, single leg stretch. And then inhale down. Exhale, exhale, inhale down. Exhale, exhale, inhale down. For those of you that are happy, free from back pain, to come up into double tabletop and hold it here, we would come up, we would lengthen a single leg here and then come back down. Come back up, lengthen a single leg here and come back down. So you're working those abs a little bit more. Okay? So continuing at your own pace. We're looking for stability around the pelvis. Nice and balanced, lengthening through the leg. You want to feel a nice little bit of connection throughout the tummy muscles, not an over tucking of the chin. And lengthen the back of the neck. for those of you who want to strengthen the neck a little bit more and it's kind of not painful or any problems, we can lengthen the arm here. Take the arms away, the head and neck support. Okay, whatever feels best for you. I tend to kind of like to hold on a little bit, give myself a bit of support so I can focus more on what my abdominal region and my legs are doing. But that's just me. Nice control. Again, make sure we're not over tucking that head and neck. Last 2 to each side. Lovely. Okay, relaxed enough, having a little break in those tummy muscles for a minute before we go into scissors. Scissors, we have all levels now, so I'm going to put in, all levels. Level 1, we've got a tabletop up and a tabletop down. Tabletop up and a tabletop down. So stick with that one if you're not supposed to be working in double tabletop or have too much abdominal kind of work going on. So level 2, we bring those legs into double tabletop. Flat back, again avoiding this, any disc herniations, irritations or any second trimester onwards. We're going to breathe out, tap, breathe in, return. Breathe out, tap, breathe in, return. Working here. Okay. Our level 3, start with one leg here, the other leg down. You're going to breathe and switch in the centre. So you're going to exhale, feel the tension change. Breathe out. Nice and slow and controlled. Breathe out. Breathe out. Our level 4 is to speed it up. And we would change the breath on this one. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And finally, our level 5 is to tuck the chin into chest. So you're coming into an abdo prep. We're going to lengthen the legs now. So we've got one up to the sky and we've got one down to the floor. And this again would be an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Okay? Or a really little bounce. So you can vary it up. You can either do it that way or you could go inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Okay? Try not to over tuck that chin. Okay? Nice stable pelvis. Working at a level that's comfortable for you. So I'm just going to come back down to that level 1 for those of you that used to working here. Working that stability around the pelvis. Obviously, the more the levels progress, the more we're going to work those abdominals, the more it's a little bit more challenging. But if you just want to work on the stability, focus at what's going on at the pelvis, making sure that we are super, super stable. Coming back down to those first kind of levels is a nice welcome break at times. Last couple to each side. Lovely. Okay, hook those knees in. Little rock. Okay. Legs down, stick them together. Arms out. Nice T shape. Okay. I want you to avoid this one if you're osteoporotic, okay? Or if it aggravates any of your back pain. And just come back to hip twist level 1 here instead. Everybody else is going to go for level 2, taking the spine over looking over that opposite shoulder to just get some nice mobility. We're trying to stick down this part of the spine when we come back. So imagine you've got a magnet between the floor and your waist here, and you're drawing it back. And that's going to work the obliques and the tummy muscles, so you're going to feel more of a connection. Sorry, we're looking over opposite shoulder as well. You're going to feel more of a connection when you come down with the abs. I keep wanting to look over the same side shoulder. Breathing out. Nice breath in here. Exhale, use those tummy muscles, draw the knees back. So you're getting a nice bit of mobility in the spine, but you're also getting a really nice kind of connection with the tummy. It's lovely. Building it up. Breathing in to hold, breathe out, change sides. Inhale to hold, breathe out, change sides. I have no idea what time I started recording this class. The little munchkins are probably going to be back causing chaos and dogs barking in not too long. This is my time out. Couple more to each side. And last one to each side. Feeling a little bit free in that lower back, which is lovely. Very nice. Okay, so in your own time, we're gonna come onto the side and then up into 4-point kneeling. I might just take a little drink, a little welcome break in between. So, into 4-point kneeling position. Arms shoulder distance, legs hip distance. Nice neutral setting, looking down into your mat. Just some thread the needles. Exhale, rotate through. We're trying to keep a tray of drinks on the bottom. Come to listen down into your mat. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, come back. Change sides. Exhaling, rotate from that mid back. That's stiff. Breath in, breath out. If you could try to listen down into that mat. If you can come down, that's great. Hopefully I'll be there with you after a couple more of these. Feeling quite restricted into that mid back at the minute. Oh, it's warming up, it's warming up. Breathe it out. Oh. Nice slow glide. Listening to your body. Don't push it into anything that's uncomfortable. And go for a couple more to each side. Now last one to each side. Lovely. Okay. We're going to sit back now on those feet. Or as far as you can go at the knees and hips. Come widen that stretch. If you want to come into those inner thighs a little bit more. Arms are reaching down for a nice shell stretch. Take some rest breaths in here. we're going to take the hands of one hand, doesn't matter which one, and we're going to leave it under the opposite one. Try and reach for the top of your mat. You should just feel an increased stretch around the back of that shoulder. Changing arms over, we're under. Lovely, gently creeping back up. Nice. So let's just do a couple roll downs. If you're quite happy to kind of stay in this position, or you can alter your leg position. Roll downs from this position out, chin into chest, ranging through your shoulder, creeping down, taking those arms out. Breath in here, breathe out, restack. Exactly the same way we would, just targeting in a different way. Breath in here, breathe out, restack. Lovely, last one. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to come into a nice little adductor stretch now. So sitting on those bottoms, tucking those feet in, bringing them as close as is comfortable for you. And just let those legs come down so it open up throughout the inner thighs, holding that stretch. Nice and upright in your posture. Little bit of overpressure now. Use those arms, create some more range, not pushing into anything that's uncomfortable. Lovely. Widening those legs now for sore. Popping your block in if you need to. Nice and upright. Arms out. Exhale, little finger coming across. And again, we can make this range as small or as large as we need. Feeling quite stiff. Breathe out. What is that interesting thing on my mat? When I've been crafting with the kids, I just seem to find little glittery bits and stickers in various places all over. Breath in, breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good little bit of ab work, thoracic spine work, hamstring lengthening, core control. Two more to each side. Last one to each side. Lovely. Relaxing off. Okay, popping those legs wherever you're happy now. And you can get into a nice upright posture. Your shoulders back. Come into dumb waiter position. let's focus on some nice breathing and also some nice connection with the shoulders. Just going to exhale and inhale. And try not to overdome or stick out through the tummy and the chest. Two more. Serving forward now. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Zip them shoulders back down. Last one. Lovely. Okay, arm over now. Mermaid stretch. Pin your bum cheeks both down. Hold the stretch there. 5 little exhales. 2, 3, 4, 5. Over to your opposite side. Hold that stretch, pin that bum cheek down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lovely. Hand in, gently recentering yourself, lengthening through that spine, setting you neutral and relaxing. Lovely. And we finish another class. Another one down, guys. Well done you, well done to all of those that have been managing to keep up with every single one. I know some of you have just been buying blocks as normal and just kind of ticking them off in your stride. So well done. Who knows from a studio point of view when we'll be back there. Obviously, you know, it's been introduced that personal trainers and coaches can now see clients on a one-to-one basis, but this is outside, which as much as I'd love to get back to you super quick, guys, that's on a one-on-one basis. So I don't want to be conducting any of our Pilates sessions outside unless we get some absolutely glorious weather. But I'm just going to hold out and kind of wait until it's safe for certain numbers of people to be in studios under what kind of guidelines. From those of you that are really kind of keen to get back to your sports rehabs treatments and your hands-on kind of massage style treatments, I think that this will probably want to be one of the latest things that they'll introduce. So again, who knows when that will be, but as soon as I know, you'll know. I'll send out some emails as soon, like kind of preparing for us to get back to it. I know Bajrat have advised that when we do return back to a working environment from a clinical point of view, that I'll have to have PPE. So it's just getting everything in place, you know, when we kind of get told to do so, and to get back to it as soon as possible. But again, thanks as always for tuning in and for donating to the studio and to myself. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Probably see you for a couple more of these first. But take care, guys, and love to you all. Stay safe.